sort through the noise from what's significant here, markets are so nervous. You know, any headline that says nothing's going to happen, everybody trades on it. And there could have been 10 headlines before suggesting they are methodically working towards something the two sides can sign.
So this was a particularly active news day for trade-related issues, and I think part of it is that the Chinese are actually using the press as part of this negotiation now. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a lot of twists and turns in this story as we lead up to whatever the date is that the two leaders decide that they're going to actually meet and agree to whatever the phase one deal is. And I do think there will be an agreement on a phase one deal. I think President Trump has been very forthcoming in his commitment to move forward, and the messaging out of the White House has been that he wants to do a deal. The messaging to the markets is that a deal is coming, which kind of boxes him in when it comes to how he's going to be working with the Chinese to come up with whatever this phase one's going to look like.
But the key part of this, to me, seems that the White House is talking about reducing tariffs on a phased basis, not just saying right out front, okay, boom, no tariffs, which suggests to me that it's going to be a quasi-enforcement mechanism. Here's our plan for reducing tariffs as long as you, Chinese, are doing X, Y, and Z.
So I'm watching the same press feed that you guys are in terms of what this is looking like in terms of what this phase one agreement is going to look like. But this is really this isn't a bottom-up negotiation like most trade agreements. This is really a leaders level, principal level agreement where I don't think that President Xi's going to get on a plane to come here until he actually knows exactly what's going to be in the agreement, and that's only going to happen when you have President Trump signing off on it.
And Heidi, when do you see structural reforms being folded in more constructively into the dialogue? Phase two, phase three?
So, while I feel like there's a lot of reason that there will be a phase one, I don't think that we're likely to see phase two and phase three. Really, what the Chinese are putting on the table are things that are in their interest. So if you look at the commodity purchases, they need to buy pork, they need to buy soy. If you look at the financial services, opening of the financial services market, this is going to help them get more capital into the country. If you look at IP, as they move towards becoming more innovators, then they are going to need to have those protections themselves. So I actually look at this and say, these are things that the Chinese are looking for. They are not looking for any of those big structural reforms that were the basis for the Section 301 report that came out. Looking at subsidies, looking at tech, forced tech transfer, a lot of those big issues that cost U.S. workers' jobs and are potentially looking to cut into competitiveness of the U.S. and innovation moving forward. So I don't think that is something the Chinese really want to put on the table. I think that's what the U.S. wants, and therefore I'm not optimistic that we're going to see those big reforms in phase two, phase three.